Well, I have some extra fence here. This is a 5-foot height green vinyl coated chain link fence. It looks pretty good because it looks good next to the grass, and it's probably about 60 feet long. So what I'm going to do is about 8 or 10 feet from here, I'm going to go out about 16 feet, and it'll be about 40 something feet long, maybe 40 feet, and tie it in over here. And I'm going to make this another section where I can put the cat. And along the top of all this, I'm going to put the cat fence, and I'll put a gate here, a wooden gate, and put a cat fence along the top of the green vinyl. So you'll have a good spot that you can hang out in. So I can put them outside, and it'll be safe. You'll be messing up anybody else's stuff. And cats like it outside, you know. They get to see stuff. They see lizards and catch them and stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun for them. Well, it's getting near dark, and this camera seems to pick up nice light. It's a Nikon 1080. Works pretty good. So I got this fence corner post in here. It's about 3 feet deep. Plenty of concrete. I leveled it out, make sure it was straight. It's exactly 5 feet height. And it's 16 feet from that side of the fence over there, and so it's going to go from here all the way down to here. And I just put this 8-foot pole in here. I'm going to use a wood pole because I'm going to have a wood gate on a hinge, and I put 160 pounds of concrete in there. That's about 3 feet deep, so it's coming along pretty good. I don't think this will take me too long to do, except maybe the top part where you got to put like an extra piece so the cat can't jump over it. But I don't think this cat could jump over it right now. He's kind of like an indoor guy, so I don't think he can jump over this fence anyway. So, but I'm gonna have to add something to the top. But I got plenty of this green vinyl fence, and I got the other poles that go in there and the top rails, so that'll be coming in pretty soon. The thing I did was I put a string between the this fence post here and the other side, the green fence post. And of course I didn't have enough orange string, but it's just like 34 feet, and I just, you know, filled it in with this other string. Then I took, you know, marking, because to make sure the post will be even, put on a red mark here. It's like every 6 feet and almost 10 inches, because it's 34 feet distance. So the poles will go in here where the red markings are. And I got them all laid out, and I measured the poles because these already have the concrete on them. I'm just going to sink them in the ground and put dirt around them. That's going to be no problem. They're already concreted, and they're going to stick up about 5 feet. So I measured, and I put a line on each one of them to make sure that was 5 feet. So it'll be exactly the same height, and it'll be equidistant from each other and that type of stuff. And I have the green top pole that's going to go in there. And that's about it. So cooking along. Okay, I got the fence down here. It's pretty straight, except just one pole's a little crooked, but no big deal. And you know, it's straight across the top, and they're all in there, cement, all that stuff. And this side I drilled a little hole, because instead of like trying to make something with the, you know, because this is going to be a wood gate, and on the end of the fence I'm going to use this pressure treated stuff I stained up and cut it to 5 feet, weave it through the fence, and then nail it to the other side. And that should hold it up good. And then just got to tie it on, make the gate. And the other thing is going to be the top part. You know, however, you know, it's going to have a piece come out from here about this high. I might use rebar, put it on with these really super thick 1/2-inch tie ties, 3 of them, and paint the rebar, and then use a heavy wire going through the rebar, and put a you know, like a plastic fence, because I don't think this cat could even jump over this 5-foot fence. He's kind of like indoor cat. He's not too much of a jumper. He could jump about, I don't know, maybe this high. I don't think he'd bother. So, but I'm gonna have the top part on it, and if you put the top part on that 6-foot fence, it should be plenty good. Well, I got this pretty much done, and I can fine-tune this fence by jacking up certain poles using a car jack. There's a way to do that. Actually, if you put a clamp around the bottom You put the jack underneath it, you can jack it up a little bit because the dirt's still kind of loose. But it's on here pretty straight. And actually I put the chain link on the inside because the cat's going to be on the inside. And fortunately, man, I wasn't sure. I knew I was cutting it pretty close with this fence, and it looks like, you know, I'm going to put 2 more poles over here, all right, but it looks like I have just enough fence. And probably tomorrow I'll finish this up, and I'm going to actually put the cat in here because I'm going to test it out a little bit, because I don't even think he'll get out of this, to tell you the truth, that easy, especially if I'm watching him. And I have his collar on and stuff. So before I even put a gate, because I have this, I only have a little space here, and I have something I can put over here that's about 4 feet high that could block it off. And I'll put him in here and just see what he does after I finish off that section in the back. And all this dirt I have over here, I could pile this up along the bottom after I straighten this out a little bit more straight. This way you can't dig out. And then what I'm going to do across the top, I think I'm going to use like rebar from here, bend it, come up here, and use like a heavy wire going between each one of them. And it'll be in about, you know, that much, you know, from these poles. And I'll just use like a nylon fence on the ends over that, and just put it on with tie ties. And I'll put the rebar on with zip ties, but there's these real heavy ones. They're like ½ inch. I'll use like 3 or 4 of them on each one, so they'll hold up anything. They're like strong like steel practically. They're very thick, so that'll probably hold it up pretty good. And that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Then from this spot too, I'll make a little tunnel that he can go through here into another spot that's 16 by 20 feet wide, and it's also covered, so he can go in there too. So that'll be pretty good. That'll be pretty good. Ongoing project. And actually for the future, I'm probably going to put right here in the center something he can climb up that's pretty high. That's about 6 feet high. And you know, he shouldn't be able to leap right across right from the air, but he'll be able to see all the way around like a bird. So it'd be pretty cool.